I noticed that I didn't get to tell you my Beatles story, and this is a true story. And so, anyway, when my wife and I first went out, we went out to dinner, and I was sitting there in the restaurant, a little bit of sweat coming off my brow, and I was thinking, geez, I wish I was doing something less stressful, like disarming a bomb, for instance. So I'm trying to think of all these, think of what to say. So I go, well, who's your favorite band? And she says, the Beatles. So it's hard to explain why I did this, but you have to keep in mind that I am the worst person at small talk. I mean, I don't know if it's a diagnosable condition or it's because I'm the absent-minded professor. I'm not sure exactly why that is. But, so I come back with the Beatles, huh? Everybody knows the Stones are better. And I have to admit, I really don't have a dog in this fight. And I probably wouldn't have done that, except that I've been around, my friends were always arguing about that kind of stuff. So I knew the arguments. Oh, the Stones, yeah, they don't let a little thing like a band member die and stop them. No, they continue on. That's what's so great about them, And so we got into an argument, and after a while, we argued that completely out. And so I said, well, trying to think of something to say here. Which one's your favorite Beatle? And she goes, John Lennon. And I go, oh, no. Everybody I know that answers that question, John Lennon, is really, really into the Beatles, You don't answer John Lennon unless you're really, you're really a Beatle connoisseur. So I go, John Lennon, huh? Why do you like John Lennon? And she goes, well, I saw him on an interview. He's really down to earth. And then I'm going, oh, John Lennon, down to earth. I've never thought I'd hear those two things in a single sentence. I mean, John Lennon, he's the walrus. He's helter-skelter. But he certainly ain't down to earth. So we argued about that for a while. Anyway, I guess she liked arguing with me because, we've been together now for a long time. But the other night I was scrolling through my TiVo trying to figure out what to watch. And, we got 10,000 channels. We got Amazon and Netflix. We got everything, So I'm scrolling through things. And there's a new thing on Amazon called Beatles Story. Oh, what's that? And it's about people that had, their lives somehow were impacted by the Beatles. And I'm thinking, it's probably not, the waitress that the Beatles stiffed or something. It's probably all, good stories. So maybe she'll like that. I know she likes the Beatles. We'll watch that. So I turn it on, and we're watching. It's good, It's everybody's like how the, really positive stories about the Beatles. And then towards the end of the thing, they're interviewing a guy that used to be the personal assistant for John Lennon. So he's going, well, we're sitting at, this is when he lived at the Dakota. So we're sitting in the kitchen at the Dakota, the guy's talking. He goes, John comes in, he sits down, we're drinking coffee, and he goes, well, I don't know what you Americans are going to do, but if I was voting in this election, I would definitely vote for Ronald Reagan and not Jimmy Carter. And I'm like, going, whoa, didn't see that coming. And he goes on, he goes, yeah, after John Lennon left the Beatles, he kind of matured and things. And in fact, he would look back on his songs like Imagine, and he would be embarrassed by him, really, because he matured a lot after he left the Beatles. So I'm kind of like looking over at my wife, kind of looking, trying not to stare at her. Then he goes, yeah, towards the end there, John Lennon was really down to earth. So I'm looking at my wife now like, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Like, and so she's on the couch. She turns and she goes, are you looking at me? And I'm like, that picture there is a little uneven. I'm going to adjust it. And so I walked up and adjusted the picture. But that's my Beatles story. See you soon.